All right, welcome back to the channel. We are working on the 1991 Honda Accord that we did a inspection video on recently. This car has a few things wrong with it, and today we're working on the exhaust. We were committed to a OEM plus, restoration, but then that plan got modified. Flashark reached out and said, how can they contribute to one of the projects on this channel? And we said, this Accord needs an exhaust, and they make a full catback exhaust specific to this car, 90 to 93 Honda Accord. So it's not a universal kit. So we said, heck yeah, we'll take it, we'll try it. So they sent us, what do we have? We have the muffler, mid pipe, we've got the curved pipes, we have all the pipes, we have all the hardware and gaskets that we're gonna need. Now Flashark is not like a heritage brand known for JDM, like from the 90s, like HKS or Yonaka makes kind of the gold standard exhaust for the CB7. But a Yonaka exhaust costs $600 minimum. There's a used one near me for $450. You can also get a Megan Racing exhaust, costs $400. This Flashark exhaust is $120 brand new for the full catback. So we're gonna be answering the question, is $120 catback exhaust good? We're gonna install it on this car. We're going to be evaluating it for fitment, kind of feel of the quality of the machining welds, parts, and of course, most importantly, how does it sound? So stay tuned while we install that. Okay, so we've got the Accord on the quick check and we have the parts laid out. This, I said, is a catback exhaust, which means this is going to connect to the catalytic converter. We are staying, smog EPA legal, even though we don't have that in my state. So this will connect there. This is the resonator, which on this car is completely rusted out. You saw that in the first video. Then we'll loop over, and here is our big, 3 or 4 inch tip. We'll look at that when we unwrap it. But first, first impressions, it's stainless steel. These TIG welds look good. There's nothing crazy. These things, the bolt holes are all the way cut out. There's nothing like slag left behind in there that I'm gonna have to clear ourselves. So it looks like a handsome piece of kit, and we'll find out how it sounds and how it installs. So where the catalytic converter attaches, it is the rustiest bolts you've ever seen. We have very rusty 30-plus-year-old bolts, so we're gonna hit that with some penetrating oil and pray before we hit it with an impact. The underside of this car is pretty nice, except for the completely rusted here, and we could cut and weld and all that, but hey, we've got a whole catback exhaust, so let's do that. We're using silicone lubricant on these rubber things. I find that makes it way easier to slide this off than to just pull dry. So that's where we've got this. And you want PB Blaster on these old rusties. And hopefully, those ones down there are even rustier, but hopefully we don't actually even have to take them apart and we can take this whole thing out in one. Oh. All right. Big ups to the Milwaukee M12 stubby, because that was gnarly, but it came off. Let's see if we can do it again. Incredible. So that's where the silicone allows you to slip that off. And then, come on. It wants to go, but I can't pull it that way. Oh, okay, so we got this separated. We're using a jack stand here so that the catalytic converter doesn't hang on the exhaust manifold. And then this is all leaving, and I'm just gonna set it down. And then we're gonna scoot down here with our silicone, which I've lost. Oh, it's right there. Diego, our cameraman, is gonna hand me the silicone. so that we can apply it to these other hangers. Oh yeah. And this has released itself from a hanger while I was monkeying with it. Okay. This rubber hanger and the other two rubber hangers away. Problem is it's got a lot of weight on it now. So if I lift it up, oh, there. And now the final one. And there we go. We have the entire exhaust removed from the car. We'll be reusing these rubber hangers, but the kit comes with all new hardware and gaskets, so the rest of this is scrap. So we can do a quick fit check. So we have the 3-bolt that goes to the catalytic converter, so that's down here. Two bolts in the curve. So we've got this hanger here, which is in approximately the same spot as that hanger, so that's awesome. And then these two hangers, which this bracket, this has a bracket that has the rubber, so this is actually in the same spot, even though you don't see hangers there. And then these two align with this, so it should hang up on all the factory hanging positions without us having to do anything custom. So this is the first piece that's going to go in. This goes on the catalytic converter. It did come with the gasket for this, and it came with bolts. So here's our first look at anything that we actually unwrapped. Stainless steel, TIG welded. This is the internet and this is weld, so obviously welding experts are always attracted to the comments, so you can tell me what you think. But I didn't weld this, so you know. But I think this looks pretty darn good. And at this price, it looks amazing. So let's go ahead and install it. So we're doing this on the bench where I can apply maximum monkey strength. Yeah. And then this will hopefully be easy to do onto the bottom of the car. Yeah. Boom. Okay. So we put this on like that. So we have this piece hung up in here. We're reusing the rubber. We have the gasket on here. And now we're going to pray that I can line this up. Ow. Always lay directly underneath it with no eye protection to maximize the amount of crap you get in your eyes. Look at that. I lined up. So that fit nicely. I've got the gasket on there. I'm going to just put these on here finger tight for now because we're going to want this to be kind of so we can twist and pull it around while we're doing the rest. But boing, boing, boing. Is that a silencer? I don't know. So this didn't come with paperwork or instructions, so I'm kind of discovering it as I go. And since Flashark sent this to us for free, it's not like I did a ton of research before buying it, because I didn't buy it, I accepted it. I'm doing the research for you guys now. So the reason we skipped from the mid-pipe to the muffler, and we're skipping that elbow, that S-shaped piece, is because the S-shaped piece doesn't have hangers, so we want to hang this up so that then we'll have somewhere clear to put the other one. So all the welds look good to me. It looks like it came with a silencer installed, which we're definitely going to keep because we were not after the 4-inch fart can vibe. We were for an OEM Plus, but this was sent to us. So we're going to keep that in there. We're going to take all these off and we're going to go ahead and install all the rubber hangers here and then take it underneath. If you take this out with these Allen wrenches, Allen screws, then I think this would become that classic teenager at 3 a.m. driving through your neighborhood sound. Now, this is not my daily driver. This is his daily driver. So it is going to be that teenager driving through your neighborhood, but he's not going to be out at 3 a.m. Pause. We've got our pre-siliconed rubber, so it slides right on. Bingo. Easy money. So those line up. So we're hanging the last hanger on here, kind of interfering with my heat shield, but I don't think it will once. Bingo. Okay. All right. So everything that hangs is hanged. Hung. So one of the things we were going to grade this on was the fitment. And the fitment is perfect. Like if you look at this, the fitment here on this Accord is pretty opinionated. And what I mean is there's these heat shields, right, everywhere, and then these hanging points. So everything hangs perfectly on there, and this is a really good view. You can see it perfectly fits and is contoured to that heat shield. So it definitely is a really good fitment, and I'm pretty stoked about that. So that's 10 out of 10. Assuming that this S-pace connects here to here correctly. And here again we have this heat shield that's S-shaped. Like you can't really, if you do anything other than this, it's gonna be pretty, oh my God, look at that. That's butter. So we gotta get our gaskets and our bolts and get that up there. So kind of prop that up with my knee. All right, so the final join. Okay, so we have it all finger tight all the way back, and it all fits in the heat shield. And we're going to start tightening it from the front, because obviously that is the fixed connection is at the exhaust manifold. So we're going to tighten all of these and move our way back. So we originally put the nuts on here that came with it onto the studs of the catalytic converter, but those are M10 by 1.5, and the studs are actually M10 by 1.25. So we're going to use the original nuts that thankfully we did not damage taking it off. So these are the original nuts for the catalytic converter. All right, so after wrestling with the catalytic converter, which is kind of a pain because of that third bolt on the top, the rest should be pretty easy. I torqued the bolts to 45 on to the catalytic converter studs, and I'm gonna do the rest to 45 as well to seat these gaskets. 45 foot-pounds it is. Everything is installed, cinched up. We're gonna put it on the ground so we can hear what it sounds like. It sounds nice at acceleration. Go to just cruising for a second. It's really quiet at cruising, much quieter than it was with obviously the big giant rusty hole. And now at full throttle, hey, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. We have the silencer in it, so you know, it's just a kind of a deep sound, which I think is great, and it's not obnoxious at all. No, this is good. This is good. This is good. All right, as promised, we're going to take out the silencer so we can hear what it sounds like in fart can mode, but I like how it sounds in non-fart can mode already. I'm not expecting to like this, but you know, we're going to do it for the people, for science. So this is the silencer. You can see that it turns this, I don't know, less than 2-inch hole into that big hole. Let's see what it sounds like. It is deep. Well, that is a lot louder. All right, now we are cruising with the fart can mode, with the silencer out, I should say, and it sounds fine. Let's see what it sounds like under load. Not bad. It's louder, I guess, but it's not like crazy. But I'll let the driver of this car decide if we're going to keep the silencer or not. You want a little bit louder or you want it quieter?
Oh, we go loud.
We're going loud.
Loud and proud.
I'm too old for that personally, but he's going to be driving it, so if he doesn't want the silencer in, that's fine with me. It's definitely louder, but it's not annoying, and it's still deep. That's the main thing, is it's deep. You don't want that tinny, raspy sound. Okay, final verdict. I said that we were gonna be assessing the kit on its build quality, fitment, and sound. So for build quality, I liked it. There was nothing wrong with it. You've seen, if you watch this channel, you've seen me have to deal with brand new parts that don't have properly drilled out holes that I have to go and bore out. You see brand new parts that have bad coatings and weld splatter, none of that. So it felt good in my hands. It felt good to install it. Great rating there. For fitment, it fit perfectly. OEM fitment everywhere as far as all the mounting points, and it came with all the bolts that everything lined up. I didn't have to modify anything. Again, on this channel, you've seen me have to create brackets on brand new parts that should fit but didn't fit for some reason, on radiators for 2 different cars, sway bar for another car. I didn't have any of those issues. We put it up and installed it in a reasonable amount of time because we didn't have to modify anything. And everything lined up with the factory mounting points. The one thing is, if you do not have good rubber hangers, make sure you get those ahead of time, because it did not come with any, but it came with all the other hardware you need. And lastly, the sound. Now this is subjective. I did my best to show you what it sounds like, but I'm sure that if you're watching this on your phone or iPad, it's gonna sound like you're on a phone or an iPad. But it has 2 modes, which is handy. Neither one of them are obnoxious or tinny, because even though I called it fart can, it's not really a 4-inch hole. It's like a 2.5-inch hole. So it isn't obnoxious. You can make it quieter or louder. I would run it quieter. My son, who's actually gonna be driving this, has decided he's gonna run it louder. Final verdict, bottom line, at this price point, it's insane. $120, this is a great value. And if that's what your budget is, you should have no concerns about buying this kit. Personally, on the CRX, I'm running a muffler that costs $900 for just the muffler. At $120, this is a deal. There'll be links to everything that I use, tools and parts, in the description, so you can go and check it out for your ride. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.